Thank you for coming out. My name is Joel Hamburger, and I'm the manager of Uhuru Furniture Collectibles here on Grand Avenue in Oakland. We're an economic development program of the African People's Education and Defense Fund, an organization led by black people in this country that addresses the disparities in economics, education, and health in the black community. We called this press conference today to make public our opposition to the response of some people in our Grand Lake neighborhood to what is being called a surge in crime. This has manifested most recently in the call for the involvement of the Guardian Angels this past weekend in patrolling the neighborhood. The Guardian Angels is a vigilante organization that trains people in the community to make citizens' arrests. We are opposed to those who find a police solution to the economic problems that exist in our city. Some Grand Lake residents and businesses are concerned about people coming in from East and West Oakland to supposedly commit crimes. They are concerned about impoverished black people coming into this enclave of wealth and resources. They are concerned about having to be confronted with the failed economic policies of the city of Oakland when it comes to black people. As a Grand Avenue merchant, we're opposed to drawing a social and economic barbed wire ring around the Grand Lake District and securing it with vigilantes and increased police presence. We're opposed to an economic and political strategy that continues to force black people from this city. Oakland, a historically African city, is losing its black population because of sky-high housing, low income, an imposed deadly drug economy, lack of economic opportunity, and police containment. In the past decade, 20% of the black population of Oakland has been forced out. These types of tactics will exacerbate the problems for African people in the city. These types of policies create chaos and crisis for all of the citizens of Oakland. Oakland residents cannot, on the one hand, care about diversity, and on the other hand, disregard the disparities in income, employment, and conditions of life. Here's some information, some statistics. East Oakland's population is 51% African. Almost half of the households in East Oakland earned income of less than $30,000 in 1999, as compared to 26% in Alameda County as a whole. The life expectancy in East Oakland for the years 2000 to 2003 was 72 years. This was 6.9 years lower than Alameda County as a whole. The mortality rate for all causes of death in West Oakland was 1,133 people per 100,000 from 2000 to 2003. This is 50% higher than Alameda County as a whole, which has 756 people per 100,000. We're opposed to city economic policies that would fund art loft spaces in West Oakland, new development by the airport, over $1 million to create the Splash Pad Park, $200 million to bring the Raiders back, and how many millions more to try and keep the A's here in Oakland. And yet there's nothing for young Africans to do in East and West Oakland. There's no movie theater, there's no activities, the schools are broken down, etc. Uhuru Furniture and Collectibles is part of a nonprofit organization, the African People's Education and Defense Fund, which addresses the disparities in economics, education, and health in the black community. Our program here brings in resources from the larger community to address the well-being of African people. Uhuru Furniture and Collectibles is a member of the Grand Avenue Business Association, and we have been putting forward our nonprofit's mission with that organization. Some of the African People's Education and Defense Fund programs in the city are the Uhuru House, which many people are familiar with, at 7911 MacArthur Boulevard. It houses programs that deal with tutoring and education. It has cultural programs, music and a lot of cultural programs, health programs, including CPR training. It's housed a community garden with free food giveaways. There have been numerous economic development institutions housed in that building. Furthermore, this store, Uhuru Furniture, is a program of economic development for the African community, a very successful one that's been here 18 years. And you can support this by donating your furniture, shopping here, and volunteering here right on Grand Avenue. Our national headquarters in Florida is renovating right now. They're putting in a recording studio for young people to develop their skills and their culture. that uplifts the community. They're putting in a kitchen for people to develop products. There's a lot of activities. There's media and school programs. There's a lot going on in the national headquarters too. The gym, so much going on. That's some of the things from this organization. Finally, I want to say we believe that there is a crisis in this city and that economic development for the entire city is a critical component that can move us forward together as a community. But we have to fight for a shared vision of prosperity. We have to work from a collective desire to change a historic stance towards the African community. Thank you. Next, we want to bring up Adegun Hotep from the International People's Democratic Uhuru Movement.